Allies of Boris Johnson have slammed Rishi Sunak after the ex-chancellor joined former Health Secretary Sajid Javid in resigning from the Prime Minister's cabinet. Boris Johnson has been hit by a raft of resignations after it emerged the Prime Minister appointed Tamworth MP Chris Pincher to a key welfare role in government despite being aware of specific allegations of sexual assault made against him. Downing Street claimed the Prime Minister was unaware of allegations in a briefing last Friday, but eventually conceded Mr. Johnson forgot about the allegations after ex-Foreign Office Permanent Under Secretary Lord Simon MacDonald described No. 10's earlier claim as inaccurate. Addressing the Pincher debacle, Mr. Johnson said, "I think it was a mistake and I apologize for it. I think in hindsight it was the wrong thing to do." Rishi Sunak led the ministerial charge against the Prime Minister as the Chancellor cited competency in his resignation letter. The ex-Chancellor said, "The public rightly expects government to be conducted properly, competently, and seriously. I recognize this may be my last ministerial job, but I believe these standards are worth fighting for, and that is why I am resigning." Mr. Sunak's resignation came just minutes after the former Health Secretary Sajid Javid said, "I served you loyally and as a friend, but we all serve the country first. When made to choose between those two loyalties there can only be one answer." Despite being dealt major blows by two senior figures in his cabinet, Mr. Johnson's allies have railed against the Chancellor. When asked if the resignations mark the beginning of the end for the Prime Minister, a supporter of Mr. Johnson told Express.co.uk, "No, this saves a reshuffle." The Boris-backing MP echoed the call to move on and appoint a new occupant to No. 11. They said, "I think Boris can't survive this with a fresh and imaginative Chancellor of the Exchequer." The cabinet minister has also suggested the Prime Minister can move on from the Pincher scandal by appointing a tax-cutting Chancellor. They said, "I am sure that is a fair assessment, but let's see if Liz Truss is his choice then." However, the cabinet minister was less convinced when asked if the move could help stabilize Mr. Johnson's premiership. They said, "It's hard to know. MPs are funny beasts." Stratford-upon-Avon MP Nadhim Zahawi was later unveiled as Mr. Johnson's new right-hand man. Speaking shortly after the ex-education secretary was appointed as Chancellor, the cabinet colleague added, "Nadhim will deliver solid Tory policies that I am confident about." The government source told Express.co.uk, "Quite clearly policy relations between No. 10 and No. 11 weren't really working. Now we have the opportunity to reset that, and by forgetting all the politics we can instead tackle the everyday, No. 1 issue, the cost of living crisis." The insider added, "Nadhim Zahawi is absolutely going to get to work very quickly to grow the economy and put money back into people's pockets." Mr. Johnson also appeared defiant after he told a meeting of at least 80 MPs, "I know you're all avidly in favor of tax cuts and tonight's events might make that a bit easier to deliver." Although allies have taken aim at Mr. Sunak, the Prime Minister has thanked the ex-Chancellor for his service. Writing to the Brexit-backing Richmond MP, the Prime Minister said, "I have enormously valued your advice and deep commitment to public service and will miss working with you in government." Tory rebels, who proudly reject the label and instead describe themselves as the overwhelming majority of the parliamentary party and the electorate, are mobilizing to bring forward a 1922 confidence vote against Mr. Johnson. Days before the Pincher scandal gripped No. 10, one rebel told Express.co.uk that Mr. Johnson could face a challenge after MPs returned to Parliament following the summer recess. However, North West Leicestershire MP Andrew Bridgen, a former Johnson ally and leading member of the European Research Group, told Sky News he believes Conservative colleagues will alter 1922 committee rules to bring forward another confidence vote in the Prime Minister. Leading Conservative figures have backed Mr. Sunak and Mr. Javid's decision to quit government. Ex-Brexit Minister Lord David Frost wrote in The Telegraph, "I resigned from the government on a matter of principle. Last night Sajid Javid and Rishi Sunak did the same." How about you? What do you think about the above issue? Let us know what you think in the comment section and let's talk. If you find the video good, please don't regret one like and share them. Goodbye and see you in the next videos, thank you.